Okay, so this video is going to be a little different than my normal homestead garden animals. Wanted to talk a little bit about my gastric sleeve, weight loss journey. April 1st, 2013, I had the gastric sleeve weight loss surgery. The morning of my surgery, I was 259 pounds, and I'm only 5'2", so that was a lot of weight on me. The contributing factors that got me approved for the surgery was, one, my weight, and two, I had just been diagnosed with diabetes. I did not have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, and 259 pounds was not my highest weight. I'm not exactly sure what the highest was, because 2 weeks before my surgery, I had to completely stop all soda, and I was a big soda drinker. I would drink a 12-pack by myself in a day or two. And so anyway, exactly 2 weeks before my surgery, stopped all soda, and I could not have any food at all. I was on a strict diet of just water and protein shakes, and I would drink the protein shakes 4 to 5 times a day and nothing but water in between. And for me, as much as I loved to eat, I still like to eat, I thought there is no way I'm going to be able to do 2 weeks, let alone a day, without actual food. The first 3 days was very hard, because my body was saying, hey woman, why aren't you feeding me? What did I do wrong? But after about 3 days, my brain and my body were like, okay, so this is how it's gonna be. And the hunger pains went away, and I did good. I did cheat one day, right before surgery. I had a Big Mac and fries. And I knew that I would never, ever in my life be able to eat a Big Mac again. It's just way too big. So, of course, the day before my surgery, I couldn't even have my protein shakes. Nothing but clear liquid. So, water and chicken broth or beef broth. That's all I could have. Sorry, Fluffy wants up and loved on. So I was very proud of myself that I was able to do that for 2 weeks. Granted, I cheated the one day, but it was like a last hoorah meal. So the morning of my surgery, I thought I was gonna die, because I couldn't have my coffee, couldn't have anything to eat or drink. Surgery was scheduled for 9 or 10 in the morning. And I did not end up going into surgery until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do not remember waking up from surgery that day. The next thing I remember is waking up and wondering, where's my husband? Why isn't he here with me? How did I get in this hospital room? I just remember being in the pre-op waiting room for surgery. And so I called my husband and I'm like, where are you? And he goes, honey, it's 10 o'clock at night the day after your surgery. So it'd been well over 24 hours. I don't remember any of it. I guess I was on some pretty good pain meds. Anyway, so I had what they call a leak test that is always done the day after surgery to make sure that my new stomach is not leaking. And what they did for the surgery, how it's done, is they go in and they put a tube down in your stomach and they cut along the tube. And my doctor made my stomach the size of an egg. My stomach cannot hold more than 4 ounces of either liquid or food at a time. If I try to eat more than 4 ounces or drink more than 4 ounces, I vomit, which is great. keeps me from overeating. So the leak test went fine. There were no leaks, nothing. Got to go home after that. And for the next 2 weeks after surgery, I was back to nothing but liquids, protein shakes and water. That's it. And my coffee in the morning. But yeah, for 2 weeks, nothing but shakes, nothing but water. So at the end of that 2 weeks, it had been a total of 1 month with no soda, which was absolutely amazing for me, and no food except for that one day that I had the Big Mac. Otherwise, no food. After 2 weeks of the liquid shakes and the water, I was put on 2 weeks of pureed food, so pretty much baby food. My favorite food though was Wendy's chili, and I would just put it in the blender and puree it. Applesauce, mashed potatoes, but very little mashed potatoes. And then after 2 weeks of pureed, I went to 2 weeks of soft foods. And then after 2 weeks of soft foods, I was put on a normal diet. Now, here I am almost 5 years later. I still can't eat very much. I can eat a little bit more than 4 ounces, but not much. I eat off of a salad plate for my meals because what's the point of getting a big plate? I can't put a bunch of food on it. Every once in a while when we do go out to like McDonald's or something for chicken nuggets, to tell you how small of a stomach and how much food I can handle, I can only eat 2 chicken nuggets and I'm absolutely full after that. So yeah, you know, you see me making a lot of cookies and breads and yummy treats and all that, but I don't eat very much of it. I'll nibble here and there, but I can't eat very much of it. I just enjoy baking and cooking. So I'm gonna put in a slideshow of all of my pictures from the first year. I did from the morning of my surgery up until the 1 year mark. I did a photo every single month of the transformation, and I'm still in awe over this transformation. About 2 years ago, I did have skin removal surgery, and they cut from right around my back, the side of my left side, all the way around my abdomen to the middle of my back on my left side. And you'll see a picture of before and after the skin removal. And I lost an additional, I think it was 3 or 4 pounds of skin when they did that surgery. Excuse me. My original goal was 125 pounds. I did surpass that goal by my 1 year mark. I got down to 117 pounds at one point. I was skin and bones. I was also throwing up everything I ate, everything I drank for a couple of months. And finally, I had gone in to get my throat stretched. And when the doctor was doing that, he noticed I had a hiatal hernia. So I went back to the weight loss doctor, and he went in to do the hiatal hernia repair. At the time of that surgery, he had found that my stomach was completely twisted up like a corkscrew and flipped over. And if it had remained flipped over any longer, I would have completely lost my stomach. So he untwisted it, unflipped it, put a mesh net so that it wouldn't happen again. And after he did that, I was able to start eating a little more. Because before that, I couldn't even eat 4 ounces. I was full after 1 or 2 bites. So after the hiatal hernia and stomach repair, I was finally able to start eating the 4 ounces, the full 4 ounces of food and water at a time. And I did gain a little bit back. I'm now I bounce between 140, 145. And remember, I'm 5'2". I'm considered overweight again, but I don't think I am, you know. I mean, I think I'm at a healthy weight and I'm able to breathe. I'm able to walk. I do still have back pain, but that's because I have back issues. I shattered my first lumbar vertebrae almost 20 years ago and had a fusion there. But the fact that I'm able to walk from the parking lot to the door of the grocery store or the door to Walmart and walk all around the stores and not need a motorized cart because my knees are in so much pain is just, I love it. I love that I can do that. If we had had this farm and I was still overweight, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm able to do now and get out there with my animals and all that. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you about my weight loss journey, and I recommend it to anyone that needs it. The qualifying factors for most insurance companies: you must be 100 pounds overweight and have 2 other contributing health issues, which are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. So yeah, I think those are the main ones. So I chose the vertical sleeve over the bypass because the bypass is more invasive surgery. They reroute your intestines, and the part of your stomach that they cut out, they leave in you and tuck behind other organs. And if you were ever to get cancer in that part of that stomach that they cut, they'd never see it. They'd never find it. So that's why I chose the vertical sleeve weight loss, because the part of my stomach that they cut out and removed completely. And I don't have as much malabsorption issues. I don't take any vitamins or anything like that. With the gastric bypass, you have to be very careful because you do have major malabsorption issues and need vitamins and all that stuff, and followed a lot longer. So I'm very pleased with my weight now. I'm very pleased with my success, and here I am almost 5 years later, and I still do not drink soda at all. Every once in a blue moon, if we're out and about and my kids have a soda and I'm thirsty, I'll take a sip and I want to puke. It's so disgusting to me. The sugar is just too much, and I can't believe I used to drink all that soda myself. So anyway, that's enough of me jibber jabbering. Now on to all of my pictures. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you for watching.